Hey y'all, it is Working Wednesday. This is our second one of the month because the first fell on a Wednesday. So we've now been through the new catalog for a week. So if you have decided that this catalog, you're changing all of the things, well, one of the things that you can work on is your follow-ups. So tonight is going to be based around how I do my follow-ups so I can be consistent. Now, the way that the systems work. Now, guys, remember, systems are just small tasks that you repeat over and over again that give you the results that you are wanting. So that means those could be tweaked at any point in time. It could be a weekly tweak until you get something that's very cohesive, like it's just moving like an old machine, or it could be something that you tweak maybe every 3 months or 6 months. But any system that you start doing or any small steps, before you decide that it is like it doesn't work, it's not working, you need to give it some time. So any new system, I would say a minimum of 6 months. So with that, it's normally a catalog season. So your best bet is to kind of go through a full catalog season, see what works, and then decide from there how you want to tweak or if you want to move on from it. I think it was like October. It was right after the spring and summer catalog release that I decided that I was going to do a new follow-up system. I got kind of away from it and I was like, nope, I need to push it back into gear. During the fall and winter, because the orders were so abundant. And I mean, you like, yeah, that was great. Well, it was hard to follow up with all of my customers when you're getting 2, 3, 4 orders in 1 week and you're busy. Like there's so much stuff going on. It's hard to follow up. And I didn't want to do like 20 different mail outs at one time. I wanted to try to keep it smaller. So at that point, I was doing weekly mail outs. I was figuring out the last time that I sent out happy mail, started with that date, and did a sorting through my workstation. It's my process is something I've tweaked. So originally, whenever I would get an order, I would just write them down and I would send them out a thank you note, like instantly. Like I would just have my thank you notes at my desk. Anytime I got an order, I would just, say thank you so much and send out they were dollar thank you notes from the dollar store. And I think there was either 8 or 10 or sometimes 12 in each one of those packs. Very basic. They had nothing in them. That's how I started doing all my happy mail, and that's considered follow-up. Your happy mail is a follow-up system. So depending on how you decide on how you want to follow up, happy mail could be it. Now, how my system currently works right now is when I get an email from Scentsy stating that Susie Q placed an order, I pull up that email, I look at it. If they're one of my current customers, then I send them a text message because I have their phone number already saved, or a Facebook message. Or if I don't have either one of those, say that they're brand new, I will pull up and save that person in my phone. I will add their address, their email address, and their phone number. That way I have access to that information in case something happens with the system and everything shuts down. With that being said, the first thing I do is I either text them or I'll email them. If it's a brand new customer and maybe it's in an area that I don't know. So maybe it's, say if I got an order from somebody I did not know from California, I probably wouldn't text them. I would probably send them an email because I normally can tell when they're the Kennedale people, the people that live around near me, I can tell when it's their orders and that they found me off of the Scentsy search, because I'm the only one listed in Kennedale. And I can tell that's how they found me. On someone went in from California, I treated a little bit different because I got to figure out how they met. And I've found that when the area code is not the same as where you're currently at, then people don't respond to them because they don't know it's an area code. So I normally email them. And I always tell them, like in the subject line, thank you so much for your order, or, like woohoo, Scentsy time. And then in the body of it, I have just a little message that I have saved in my shortcuts that just says, thank you so much for your order. Every order, thank you so much for my, oh, I'm gonna have to look it up. It's saved in my email. Okay, I'll pull it up later, but it's like, thank you so much for your order. Every time I receive one of these, I do a happy dance. You are helping support a small business owner and a stay-at-home mom. Because at the time I always modify it. But that's essentially it. That's how my emails go. And then it has my name. I put a link to my website. I put a link to my VIP page. Because if they spent some money with me, I want them in my VIP page so I can spoil them. So I'll send them a link. I'm like, and if you are on Facebook, here's my link here. If you'd like to follow my business page, and I also put that link in there as well. So not only do they have a link back to my website, so if they decide to order some more because they just got a hello, thank you. I have a gnat here. This is driving me nuts. Thank you so much. So here's my website, my VIP page, and then my business page on Facebook. Now, if it's an extremely large order, and for me, what I think is an extremely large order is anything over $100, because that's also someone I want to show my YouTubes to. Because on my YouTube channel, I have not only my consultant videos and how-tos, I also have customer videos and how-tos. So that way I kind of can get them looking at what I do, how I talk, how my mannerisms are. That's very important. And so I will also send them a link to my YouTube. Now, I don't have any way, I'm not on like Bitly that I can check to see how many clicks are used, and I probably will need to do that. But gathering information and retaining the information for me is a lot whenever I'm trying to do something I can consistently do every single day. So the Bitly I have not moved to, but it's something I'm wanting to implement later. So I get an email that tells me that they placed an order. I send a text or an email to them saying, thank you so much for supporting my small business. After that, when I am ready to do Happy Mail, or I've noticed that I've had about 5 or 6 orders that have come through, I then go into my workstation. I go ahead and open up my history tab, and I do any orders from the last day. So if I did them on March 1st, I would start March 2nd, and I don't do the same day. I do the day before. And the reason I do this is because if I have 4 more orders that come in tonight, like, hey, yeah, fingers crossed on that. If I have 4 more orders that come in after I just printed them, I might miss them next time. I don't want to have to go through each person. I want to go day to day. So I picked the day before. So if I was doing it today, and the last time I mailed it out was on the 1st, I would start March 2nd until March 7th. And I created a spreadsheet. Now, this is something that you can use as a template in Canva and just print them off as you need them. This was something that I do in Excel spreadsheet. I kind of went extra. I mean, you guys know I'm a little bit extra. I want to track how often someone is using or ordering from me, because I don't really care if they ordered 4 times in January, because I'm going to notice if it's 4 times in January and it ends up being like $300, I'm already going to be sending them a certain message. But if they're ordering every single month something, that's the person I want to talk to about Scentsy Club. So the system, or the small steps I've repeated over and over and over, is I've created a Excel spreadsheet. For me, it's easy. Now, everything that I have done in my Excel spreadsheet is doable in Canva. You can do it in Canva Docs. You can create it like a spreadsheet, and you just print off the blanks, and you can keep the pieces of paper. If you are not a paper and pen person and you're a digital person and you know how to use Excel, it's really easy. And I just basically put an X for every month, and I keep them separated from fall and winter, spring and summer. And the reason why is if I notice that someone's only ordering on the spring and summer and not in the fall and winter, then I kind of know that they also need to be talked to about Scentsy Club, because there may be certain scents that they're buying because they love flowers. They love the floral section. Well, during the fall and winter, the floral category isn't very large because that's more of our spices and bakeries. So for me, it's a visual way to kind of look over who has been buying consistently, to talk to them about Scentsy Club, or if someone's only purchasing in a certain time frame. Now, the other part of my Excel spreadsheet, which I'll be showing you guys here shortly, is that on that same Excel spreadsheet, I list their names out every month that or every time that I print them off, it has their name. It also has the amount they spend. Now, in my head, and if I've done this before, I didn't even think about it, but with the shipping at $10 and then the tax rate, I can actually create a formula that tells me exactly what they spent on retail, not with the tax and shipping. I haven't done that part yet. I spent the whole amount. I just know it's about $12. If I take whatever they purchased and subtract $12, it's a good estimate of what they actually paid for the products. From there, depending on how much they pay for their products, that's the kind of stuff I'm going to send them in the Happy Mail. Now, if I have a customer and their total order that's on the order history without opening it up is $20, I know the item is going to be roughly about $8. So it could have been a room spray. It could have been a scent pack. It could have been something on the clearance. Well, I'm not going to send them the Happy Mail the same for someone else who spends $280. For this catalog season, the things that everybody's getting is the new 10 scratch and sniff stickers, along with information on Scentsy Club. I also send every single person. Now, this is every time. This is not only once a catalog. This is every time I send them the product sheet. The other thing that I started this year is that they're also getting the spring 2023, and it's like, love, or hate. And that way they can keep track of what scents they've purchased, what they thought about that scent. And on the back is also talking about recruiting. It's letting them know that the top 10 reasons to join. So these 3 things will go to every single person every single month. Now, originally, I only sent these out once when first time they ordered, and I kept track of that. Sorry, guys, my nose is itching. My allergies been nuts today. But I've also put Scentsy Club stuff on the back. So when I start running out of these, I may tweak it differently after this catalog season. But I made quite a few. I think I got 3 full sets of the scented stickers. And so this is what I have. So my goal is to make sure all of these are gone before the end of the catalog. And if not, then I know to do less. That's basically kind of where I'm going. I don't want to have to order more. I just want to be able to do less. So this is kind of where I'm at for my follow-up. So now I'm going to show you the Excel spreadsheet. Okay, I hope you guys can see this. I don't know. Okay, so this is how I have it set up. This is my blank sheet that I use whenever I am ready to start doing Happy Mail. So like I said, if I did it on the 1st of March before and I'm going in now, I will add their name, I will add their amount, the date that they ordered, and then the order number. Now, the reason why I do the order number is because I print these off. If I'm looking at it later and when I'm sitting down and I'm actually putting all of their Happy Meal together, and it was like $120, $130, it is easier for me to find. I mean, it's just a way for me to sort. I have the order number in there. That way I can just type it in. I pull up just their order, because in case Susie Q has 45 orders, I don't want to pull all 45 orders up. So this is just for me. And then over here, it says packaged and mailed. So there may be a day that I sit down and I package all of my Happy Meal. Like for the last 3 days, I've been packaging up all of my new catalog information. So they're packaged, but they weren't mailed out until today. So what I do is after I drop them off to the post office or whichever way that they are being shipped out, I then go to mailed and I put in the date. That way I know I packaged it on Monday, but I didn't mail it out till Wednesday. So that also kind of helps me look to see how long is it taking me to package, and then how long is it taking me to get them mailed. So that way, if I need to adjust my system, maybe it needs to be something that I print everything out over the weekend, and while I'm sitting in front of the TV, put everything together. Also, I put down here what I've included. So this is all blank. That way I can fill it in on the sheet, and I can tell myself, okay, so product sheet, yes. Scent circle, depends. I only send scent circles out to a certain amount. Scent and warmer of the month brochure. If I have them and I've sent them out, I just want to make sure I'm including the same thing in every one of my thank you mail as I do like every month. Thank you card, because they ordered from me. I need at least home thank you. And I also have an extra rub and sniff sticker on there. The new release 10, if they haven't already received one. Well, this is the first time that I'm actually sending them out every single time. So when I'm ready to do my March, because I did all the way up to February, I haven't done my March yet. I'll take this off and I'll take it off now. If they haven't received one, that's no longer valid because everybody gets one. And then if they have Scentsy Club, they get Wax Cash. All of my customers that have a Scentsy Club, no matter if they were getting one bar, doesn't matter the amount, they all get my Wax Cash. And that Wax Cash is just something for me to thank them, because I don't want to do bigger packages. I want to offer them something that they can utilize through me. So this is just, like I said, this is something that I put on an Excel spreadsheet. I can easily drop this into Canva. Oh my gosh, that's driving me nuts. But I can drop it into Canva. If you guys are wanting any of this material, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to send it over to you. But this is just how I've been able to come up with what works for me. Again, I'm not sure. I think some of these have some of my customer names. This was my blank one, but I have different tabs at the bottom for each one of my spreadsheets. I do keep all of my customers' information on one of my tabs. And that's just so if I didn't print out their address, or I didn't print out like if I only have one or two that I'm sending out, then I can handwrite it. There's no reason for me to waste a full sheet of sticker paper for me to print for one or two. I can just go ahead and write them out on the envelope. It's just easy thing to do. And since it's in an Excel spreadsheet, it's real easy for me to drop it in for mail merger on as a CSV file on Avery and print off all of my return labels. So that's why I have them there. And again, that's the same sheet that I use that I track. Did they order in January? Did they order in February? Did they order in March? It's just a fun way for me to be able to look it over, because I'm a very visual person. And for me to keep track. Now, again, when I said this is what I do for my follow-ups, guys, I have changed my follow-up system in the last it's been almost 3 years. I changed my follow-up system probably about 5 or 6 times in 3 years. Why? Because my situation has changed. My job situation has changed. I was working outside the house, then I wasn't working outside the house. I'm working from home for a different job, then I'm actually doing a part-time outside the house, a part-time inside the house, and then I'm running Scentsy. So my system has been tweaked multiple times depending on what my like I would say workload, but how free I am. How much time do I have to spend on Happy Mail? If you guys don't have time and you are busy and you have 15 kids, you have 4 jobs, you are cleaning everybody else's house, and you literally have no time, then your follow-up can stop with the email and the text message. And that would be it. You just send them a thank you, let them know. You do not have to send them, better turn this down. You do not have to send them happy mail. Like, it does not need to be anything in the mail. Okay, that's turned down now. It literally is just recognizing your customers, acknowledging that you saw their order and that you're thankful that they ordered online. Guys, they took care of their order by themselves. That's a pretty awesome thing. So that means they were able to get on there, log in, and that also means that they know how to log in. So they're the people you want to talk to about Scentsy Club. Now, I keep saying Scentsy Club, Scentsy Club, Scentsy Club. This is the reason why. You want people in your Scentsy Club. It is residual orders every month or every 2 months or every 3 months that you don't have to reach out and ask them if they want to place an order. I mean, you still can ask them how they like the products they got. Oh gosh, I wish I could get this nuts. It is really driving me nuts. Probably can't leave the room, so that's why it's annoying me. Uh, but it is residual orders. It's convenient for the customer. Guys, they get shipped to their house. It's $2 cheaper on shipping. And once they hit $30, they're getting 10% off. Now, your Scentsy Club, just like your follow-up, needs to be something that you talk about as often as people are ordering. If you get 2 or 3 orders every day or like every week, then you need to be talking about Scentsy Club every 2 to 3 days. Every time that someone orders, you need to get on your VIP, on your regular Facebook page, on your business page. Every time someone orders, you need to be talking about Scentsy Club. Just put a post. You could make a post about the perks of Scentsy Club. The reason why I'm saying this is that it's something I've been working on, that every time someone orders from Scentsy Club or that it runs, I always send them a message. I'm like, thank you so much for y'all Scentsy Club. Now, those orders you don't get an email for, but I set up in my calendar of what day their Scentsy Club runs and how often it repeats. So that means if they're a monthly subscriber, I have them set on the 16th of every month. And it's repeated every month. That way, first I can tell them the day before, because I have notification that comes up the day before, the day of, to remind them, hey, I'm so excited. Your Scentsy Club is about to process. Is there anything you want to add before it processes tomorrow? Now, why would you do that? Guys, Scentsy took out the blackout time for people not to be able to ship. So that means they have until it processes, which is basically about midnight when it runs the paperwork off, to change their Scentsy Club. If you're notifying your customers right before it ships, first, it also lets them know, oh crap, is there money on that card? Oh crap, oh, my card, I just changed out my cards. The expiration was like updated or whatever. They can go update so there's no delay in getting their stuff in the club, and they can add anything they need to it. So you're providing them a customer service. Now, yes, Scentsy sends them an email and lets them know, hey, your club is about to process on the 16th. But me just being extra, I'm like, hey, just letting you know it's processing tomorrow. It's your last chance to add XYZ. Remember that post that I posted? And you said you loved the wax, or you got the, we have the mango, the go-go mango sensations. Everybody who's in my Scentsy Club got one of those. And when they told me they loved it, I've been messaging them the day before to make sure that they know, hey, it's about to release. Like, or you can put it in your club, not that it's released. Your club's about to process. It's time for you to add it in your Scentsy Club, even if it's only for 1 month. They have an order already being processed and sending to their house. After it ships, they can remove it if they just wanted an extra one, but there's no reason to make an order on your website for all 4 of those scents and pay the $10 in shipping when they already have a Scentsy Club. So more than likely their order's over $30. They add those 4 waxes in there. They get their discount off. If it hits over 60, guys, one of them could be half price. They could add something else in there for half price. The minute it processes and they tell me, oh, I'm just going to add it to that order and I'm going to remove it afterwards. After it processes and it shows ship, because guess what, guys? We get an email when it says ship. You message them back and say, hey, your order's shipped. Go back on your Scentsy Club and remove those off so you don't forget next month. Why? It's customer service. You are personalizing your service for your customer. They said they wanted to remove it off. Don't be greedy and be like, I ain't going to tell them. Maybe it'll run next month. I've heard people say that. I didn't remind them. Trust me, that's wrong. And this is the reason why. When you help them save money, they'll spend more money with you. If every time I went into Kroger and someone's like, hey, that one has a coupon on it, it's on your app. If you'll just pull it up real quick, it'll update. And they told me that, I'd be like, wow, really? Well, let me go ahead and grab that candy bar over there. I know I saved 25 cents and I just bought a $3 candy bar, but hello, she saved me some money. And I was feeling good. So let's go ahead and put that $3 candy bar on there, or that $2 drink. I guess $3 is kind of expensive for a candy bar, isn't it? I always buy them in the bag, so I don't ever know how much they are separately. But that's the whole thing, is that we feel grateful. We love the fact that they just saved us money and we end up spending more. So I don't know. That's just human nature. We feel like we need to give back to them. They saved me money and let me spend some more. It happens. And sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes they're like, well, thank God, because I didn't have the money and I didn't want to do it. Like, I'm just gonna cancel the whole thing. I'm broke right now. And I'm like, you don't have to cancel everything. They get one skip in 12 months. Scentsy Club, one skip, 12 months. If they don't remember the last time they skipped, they probably shouldn't skip, or know that they might lose any of their perks of the always get my bar. Guys, always get my bar. That should be another thing that flows off your mouth every time that someone says they love it. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. But maybe they don't love it to get one every month. Maybe they only love it enough to get one every 3 months. Okay, no worries. And guess what? They can change. They can change if everything's in 1 month and they want to change it to 3 months because they know they have an overabundance because they've already kind of stocked up. They can change that with no penalties. I need a drink. So if you didn't know on your Scentsy Club that you can change it from monthly to bi-monthly to quarterly and actually right back down, if you didn't know that, then you need to play around with your Scentsy Club. You need to have a Scentsy Club. As a consultant, you need to know the perks. You need to know how it works. How do you add something? How do you delete something? How do you change the quantity of something? How do you change your credit card? How do you cancel it completely? Instead of just taking your credit card off and it still runs every month and it's on your report, show them how to actually cancel the order. If you teach your customers to utilize what is available, those might be your next teamies. Did you ever think about that? Like, those are the people that can already run through a website. They can log in. They can check their account. They can modify their orders. They can cancel it, change it, add to it, add an additional one. Those are people that are pretty savvy with the Scentsy system. Those are your new teamies. Those are someone that you need to talk to them, because guess what? That club, the minute they sign up, goes under themselves. So all the stuff that they've been ordering from you, that you've been getting commission from, they can start getting commission from. And if their orders, especially, are over 200 a month, first of all, they need to be signing up, because right there is an automatic $20 when they start. An automatic $20. It gets them active every single month. $20 active. They can be a consultant forever. They're getting 20% off. Once they hit that 10 months, because, oh, actually, blah, blah, why am I going blank? 5 months, after 5 months, they're going to get 25%. 25%. So now they're getting $25 every single time that their order processes. Amazon don't give me no money back. Walmart doesn't give me no money back. We are offering services. And the way that you can completely change your business is starting with follow-ups. It doesn't matter how you do it. It matters that you do it. Doesn't matter if you do it bad, as long as you're doing it, because you'll learn. And the more you learn, the better you'll get with it. And the better you get with it, the more you'll learn more extra things. It starts with a thank you, a text message, a phone call. Guys, some people still talk on the phone. If you have some older customers that are not very savvy on Facebook and their phone number is on there, more likely if you try to text them, it's going to tell you that this phone cannot receive text messages. And if you haven't received those, then you've like missed this whole group of people that are amazing. These ladies are amazing. They love to spend their money because they're retired. They want their house to smell good. They want to clean. They want to clean their house. And they're not going to check their email. Guys, they know it's on that box over there that plugs into the internet. They placed their order because their child placed their order, or their grandchild placed their order, or their neighbor placed it for them, but they really wanted the stuff. Yeah. And that's when you start calling them and talking to them and say, you know what, I'd be more than happy to place the order for you. So you don't have to call your son, your daughter, your child, your grandchild, your neighbor to be able to place the order for you. You can actually accept their credit card over the phone and type it in as you're placing the order. So that way it's not texted to you. You don't have to write it down. You take care of the order, you're done, and it's safe. That's our entire business is just the follow-ups. It's just being grateful that they picked you because I sell the same stuff as you do and your other teammates. It doesn't matter if they're on your upline, your downline, your sideline. We all sell the same thing. They're buying it from you because first they either found you on the Scentsy search, they were referred to you, they happen to see your posting on your regular Facebook, your business page, they found you on somewhere. They're ordering because they like you. So half the battle's already won. Thank them. Be grateful. Send them a handwritten note that just says, thank you so much. You don't have to be specific. You don't have to go, thank you so much for buying apple teeny and peach mango and blah, 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 and list all this stuff where you're taking up 2 pages. You don't have to do that. Just say, thank you so much. Sign your name. Make sure it says Scentsy on there somewhere. Or make sure that you have some kind of business card that you send them. Or make sure you're sending something with your sticker name on it, something. So they at least know who the heck you are. Like my website does say Cassie now, but it did say Casandra Bollinger. And if I signed it Cassie, like I signed everything, they probably wouldn't know who I am. So if I always sign Cassie, but I always make sure to include my business card, a scent circle, and like even on the back of those cards from the Dollar General, they're all blank. You can turn it over on the back. Just put one of your stickers on there. Just put one of your stickers that has your phone number, your email address, or your website, whatever information you have on your stickers, and leave it at that. Thank you so much. Love, Cassie. And yes, I always put love. I always tell them my pleasure with the heart because I love my customers because they are the reason why I'm getting to do what I do. I love every single one of them because there's too much hate out in this world. I'd rather love them to death than to have to deal with any hate. So that is what I got for you guys tonight on Work It Wednesday. Please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Let me know what questions you have. What is your follow-up system? Like, give me the deets because maybe I can implement that into mine. If you found the value from any of these trainings, let me know. Share it with your friends, with your teamies. I love you all. I hope you have a blessed and wonderful Wednesday, and I will see you guys next week. Bye, guys. If I can find the stop button, yeah.